Made it to Kuala Lumpur, but more importantly than me making it, the bag's made it.
Oh, hi.
Got a taxi driver
Hi.
from the airport gate.
First time in Malaysia?
First time in Malaysia.
Welcome to Malaysia.
Thank you very much. How do I say thank you in
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih?
Yes, exactly. You're very fast.
Thank you, Jay.
Welcome.
Legend, mate. A taxi driver has worked Secret Service for the Malaysian Prime Minister and flew to Brazil to capture a UK doctor that had been kidnapped and had photos to prove it. That was probably the best taxi ride I've ever had. There is some water out here, which I think is the same system we're skiing on. Taxi driver also said that there's lots of saltwater crocs in the river. Anyway, we'll deal with that. And the taxi driver had massive cuts all over his nose and neck from Somali pirates.
It's back on the water. Wake up Australia. Well, it's probably almost lunchtime there, so you will be awake just after lunch. Here's Joel Howley, that superstar out of Queensland. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, Joel Howley. There on his Conley slalom ski, getting it done. Pretty sure this will be 13 metre to start. Well done, Joel Howley.
Yeah, Joel is an incredible skier. He's just always in the mix. Had really good run at Moomba this year and some really big scores. I heard he was switching up some things mid-season and looks like he's back to a great setup with his skis.
I think I watched the webcast of the Swiss Pro-Am where he set a new Australian record. Was it 5 at 10.25, which you could pretty much call the Southern Hemisphere record, I would think.
I do remember that. He had some huge scores at Swiss and some really big scores.
He's not a one-trick pony though. He can ski really well in less than perfect conditions because we've seen that at Moomba. He was third at Moomba this year, so he's got the creds on the less than perfect conditions, so we'll see how Joel Howley goes.
Yeah, really well-centered skiers. He's got good leg action, stays over his ski, keeps the line tight all the time. Definitely what you need out here. See how he goes.
Yeah, so this will be 12 metre from the northern end. Good start on one. Nice out of two. Looks so good, doesn't he?
Yeah, just lines tight as can be. Nice,
good pass,
super
12
pass.
metre.
Joel, I love his Instagram posts and his Facebook. He's always with the kids, going around the world. He's just he's a super nice guy. Just
really nice guy.
Spends so much time with the kids and coaching, and it's
I've
always great to see. If you need to watch or follow someone on in the water ski community, Joel's definitely one you should be looking up.
Yeah, I've seen some wacky videos. I've seen Joel in South Korea, I think, coaching at a lake, and they were using an outboard ski behind it. He went and had a slalom set behind an outboard at 58.15 off on the 18 metre, and it's just a hilarious video if you ever get a chance to have a look at it. Mike Wortman in New Zealand, if you're watching, because Mike Wortman and Joel Howley are like bestest buddies.
Just the other day, I noticed Joel at the practice lake, and the boot that he runs on the front, it's everyone usually got their boot cut down, and Joel's got the pretty big setup, pretty stiff. So there's not just one rule of thumb to everything in slalom. Everybody's got different techniques and styles. So whatever works for you, and what Joel's setup is definitely working for him.
11.25 now. Must run. Geez, he's looking good at the moment. Round 4. He's cruising this pass. That is just sensational. Super easy. Really nice pass from Joel Howley on the 11.25. He just cruised that past Jared.
Yeah, just ripped right through that. Lots of confidence and going for it. Another person that might be able to run the next pass is definitely Joel. Anybody that does well at Moomba is going to do well out here, and Joel's always done well. Actually, I put my money on Emma Shear. I was just so excited to see her back skiing and getting back in the groove, and I wouldn't put a lot of money on it. She went down a little bit early, but that's too bad. Maybe we can get up here and talk over the weekend and
it'd be great to get Emma in to do some expert comments. Maybe the women's slalom final, that would be sensational to have her here. We'll just watch the slow-mo replay of Joel Howley on 11.
Yeah, Joel just keeping the line really nice, coming in on his onside here. Just ripping the ski around. Good edge changing. No head movement around. As good as it can be out here. Just so supple, just letting everything happen, just letting the ski ride swing out. That was pretty easy.
Okay, here we go. Big moment. 10.75 for the Aussie, Joel Howley. See how he goes. Into one he goes. Round 1. Oh, good one. That's a great start. Round 2. Looks so good here. Look at him go. Round 3. Not such a good 3 though.
Definitely had a 1 here that was as good to run that pass as we've seen all day. Right tight on the right-hand gate ball there. Line is super tight. Yeah, pretty good, but the ski just ripped around. He lost no angle there. Good edge change right out there. Down course a little bit. And I think at this point he was just thinking, I just want to maybe get in, just make sure I get a good turn here. And just, it's just...
Because if he gets scored 3 here, I think he's in.
I think he's definitely going to get 3. Yeah, with the one that he had. I was thinking that he was going to run it, but I think in his head he knew that the cut was going to be 3, and that's why he kind of laid up.
It looks like Joel Howley will have 3 and he should be into the slalom final. So Aussie fans can breathe a sigh of relief as we watch Thomas de Gasperi run the 12-metre line.
We're on site.
I'm in a video, in a Howley video.
Yes, you are. Aussie team has been very lucky this year to have Grant and Ryan organising the entire show for us, which I very much appreciate because I just rock up and everything's done for me, so thank you. But have a go at this site.
Awesome to have you here.
Thank you, Grant. It's awesome to be here. It looks amazing. The judges' tower is what, 3 stories?
Yeah, come have a look.
4 stories.
Awesome. Yeah.
So yeah, it's good to be here. Thank you for everything.
Mate, no worries. It's awesome to have you. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Also, mate, get back.
What we got, team? It's payday.
Big moment in this final, Jarrett, because here's Joel Howley. He's going to start on the 12-metre.
Wow.
He's into this. He's obviously picked something out on the course. He's decided he wants the 10.75 metre pass from the start dock in. So this is a big moment. Joel Howley, of course. Our Aussies will be tuning in, excited to see.
Yeah, it's the advantage of knowing what's going on. When Nate Smith goes out in front of you and falls down, you all of a sudden you change your game plan. So Joel's done that straight off the dock, and that's a big call to come out straight off cold and go 35 in these conditions.
Bold move. Bit of history. Only once before has a World Championships been held in Asia. 1993, Jarrett, in Singapore, which is about 200 or 300 kilometres south of us. And of course, Australia won their only ever men's gold medal in slalom.
That's right. Brett Thurley.
Brett Thurley. I don't know Brett Thurley. If you're listening, big shout out to you, mate. The carrot top. One of the greatest moments for redheads, I think, in our sport ever. But, you know, Joel Howley, there's precedent there. The Aussies will be confident in watching this and excited to watch Joel Howley here. 11.25 coming up.
Yeah, Joel has a huge support group back in Australia. He's does so much for the kids, and I'm sure everybody's screaming and yelling for Joel. He's got a lot of fans here on shore, and he's a real character. Love watching his posts. We talked about that the other day, but he's always smiling. Got my fingers crossed for him.
Knows he needs to run 10.75 metre. He obviously likes the start dock end a little bit better, and it could have something to do with what you were talking about, Jarrett, with that little crosswind we've got up this end, up the northern end where Joel is now. Makes it a little hard to get a good gate possibly on the 10.75. So it's good to see something different happening out here. Gutsy move, of course, from Joel Howley, but it's paid off so far. Here we go, 11.25 now. Joel Howley from Queensland. Through the gates he goes. Round 1. A little bit slow out of 1, but he's going to be okay as he comes out of 2. Round 3. Looking good, Joel Howley, the Aussie. Round 4. Breaks forward a little on 4, but he's still fine. He's early here. Great 5-ball. And Joel Howley runs the 11.25 metre.
Yeah, 4-ball was a little dicey there. A little skip on the ski. Could have jumped right out of the water, but it hooked up, and he got over to 5-ball, no problem. He had a little bit of problems, same as Nate down on that gate. Just a little bit late, kind of went through the middle. Everybody says the gates are moving around a little bit out here with the course moving, so guys don't want to be right on top of that right-hand gate ball that they normally are. So it's amazing. A lot of guys are going right through the center.
Similar, of course, that's at Moomba on the Yarra River, a place both you and I have spent a lot of time at. That tends to happen on the Yarra River. Joel Howley skied really well the last couple of Moombas. He's had some good times there on the Yarra River, so let's hope that bodes well for the Aussie here as the 10.75 is about to come up.
Joel's only 27 years old. He's just a puppy.
Absolutely.
But he's done so many things for the sport. Big scores. Been doing this a while, fairly a veteran in the sport, even at 27.
Absolutely, and he is if there was a Southern Hemisphere record, he's the Southern Hemisphere record holder, the greatest slalom skier ever south of the equator in terms of performances. anyway in raw boy scores. Here we go. There's a big moment coming up. 10.75 metre line. Joel Howley from Queensland. Must run if he wants to get on the podium. Round 1 he goes.
Oh my God.
Big 1 ball. Round 2 looks pretty good so far. Round 3, Joel Howley, 10.75. He's looking good. Round 4, can he run it? I think he can. Round 5, oh, he rears up a bit out of 5. He's late for 6, but he does it. Oh, put your hands
There you
together.
go.
Joel Howley runs
Oh.
a 10.75 metre line.
Oh my God. I
Whoa.
don't know how he pulled out a 1 ball. That was just insane.
He's not throwing the fist though. He's cool, calm and collected out there. I thought we might have seen a fist throw, but he is calm. He has got his thoughts with him.
You watch this as Waterski just,
Whoa.
boom, that's just the hit. Just stayed on edge, incredible. But you watch, he's just all knees here, trying to suck everything up, trying to just keep the ski in the water. Big hook up there.
You could hear them cheering on from Australia, couldn't you? This magnificent performance.
Man, just
Oh,
fighting his way through, just like we saw Manon yesterday, just fighting through that
Absolutely.
pass, and that's what makes world
That's
champions. Yeah.
great footage. Great super slow man. Look how cool and calm he is here. He knows the job's not done. I think most guys
It
would
was
be
like
throwing the
just
fist
like he
out.
does that all day.
Yeah,
taking
I-
hits like that.
No big deal. I just ran 10.75 at the world final.
I didn't know on his bio it says that he started competing at 18.
Yeah, he did.
That's late.
Very late to the sport. Amazing story.
Man, to be at this level and competing at 18 is
Yep. Someone found him somewhere out in the bush in Australia, and here he is now, 10.25, round 1. He gets out of 1. This is great. Round 2, is he? Wait till he gets back to the boys. I think he does. He is happy. He's
2 is pretty good. Does 2 leave the door open if someone
course.
gets a piece of
Yeah.
3? 3 is going to be really, really hard to get a good turn at that end and get a piece of 3. And that could be, we might see a runoff, but that is a huge
that is
score
a
for
huge
Joel.
score. I think he should be happy.
Man, the turn he gets here and the snap, he gets so much slack, and it's just
Oh.
a slingshot out to 2 ball. With a turn like that, normally you wouldn't get out to 2 ball, but he had so much speed. He can't get rid of the slack. He's just like, I'm taking the 2. I'm going to take this huge hit. And just to pull this hit off, he's going to need a massage later for sure. That's a lot of hits for one set. Yeah, just squeak it in through those gates to pull the two balls there. That's incredible.
We'll just have to wait and see. I think that may hold up. I really do think that has podium written all over it. Whether it's a gold medal winning performance, we'll have to wait and see. You wouldn't go too far. You wouldn't leave sight because it is that sort of runoff type territory, isn't it, Jarrett?
That is. It's he set the pace. There's so many big names here.
Here's the big moment coming up. Freddie Winter. First up, of course, slalom runoff, starting on the 10.75. This is going to be pretty quick fire here, I'd say. We're going to hopefully get 2 passes out of each of our competitors. Maybe 3, you never know, but that would be some sort of a sensation, I guess, if someone was to run the 10.25. But, of course, where they place in this runoff is the colour of medal they will get. Here he is, Freddie Winter from Great Britain, the defending world champion. 10.75 metre to start. This is a runoff for placings now. Round 1 he goes, bit of slack on 1, not the greatest of starts, but he's out. Oh, breaks forward on 2. He's in a bit of trouble here. Round 3, he's looking very slow into 4. Does he get the 4? I think he does. Oh, he's back on this. This is sensational, folks. Round 5, can he get the 6? Some sort of a miracle. He's hanging on. He doesn't want to let go. Oh, geez, that sensational strength and determination for Freddie Winter. Here he is, Joel Howley. Great guy. Good to see him smiling. He looks pretty relaxed. I mean, why wouldn't you be enjoying the moment, wouldn't you? 58k, of course. 10.75, the Conley skier. This is a reasonably short run in here, I've got to say. It's pretty quick. You're pretty up. You don't get a lot of time for the old shorts adjustment or anything like that. You're pulling out there. 10.75 metre. This is crazy. Nobody really thinks of starting in the 10.75 metre. Joel Howley now. Remember, he needs more than 5 to get ahead of Freddie Winter. Through the gates he goes. Round 1.
Oh,
Good start on
good
1.
start.
Come on, Australia. He's out of 2 nicely. Is this the big moment for Australia. He's looking pretty good here. Round 4, Joel Howley, look at him go. He's across the 5. Oh, big five ball. He's got 6. Oh, Australia and Joel Howley runs a 10.75. He doesn't throw the fist. He's as cool as a cucumber. I thought he'd throw the fist out of the arm socket, but no. Is this Australia's big moment here? Sensational stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. He ran out of speed on his gate. I think he pulled a little early, so he was already in trouble right at 1 ball. So the whole game, the whole fight starts right from there, just leaning into it, getting a huge whip into 2.
Look at this.
Great hook up at 2.
But from here, I sort of had the feeling he was going to run it, to be honest. Jared, he seemed to be onto it, even though he's running a little late here. He's getting it done. Big 3 ball.
Yeah, a little bit of slack, but Ski's hooking up really well. Like you said, the middle of the course went really well. Just thought that the start wasn't going to be that good, but he just fighting through it.
Yeah, he comes around out of round 4 pretty well here. 5 ball though, if we watch this replay, almost blew it on 5 ball, didn't he?
Yeah, pulled a little long into 5, but just dropped in there and just that could have been either way. Could have been good 50, or bad, 50, and 50, yeah, and he just hooked up. But you see how the big hits that he can take out the exit gate.
Need to go back live because he's coming into the course now. 10.25. Obviously, the name of the game here is to get as many boys as he can. He doesn't know what Will Ash is going to do. He's still on the dock. Round 1 he goes. Slack on 1. He's going to be late for 2. Oh, big fall. I don't know if he's got 2. Is he okay?
Is he going to come up?
He comes up. He has put everything on the line there. I think it's going to be a score of 1. We'll watch the replay. He's left a little bit out there, hasn't he, for Will Asher to chase.
Timing so critical here. Keep up your speed. Allow the ski to swing. Drifting back a little bit. Having to pull extra hard here. Got to get out to that buoy. Reaching extra, just does not have the width. Tries to get the ski to come up underneath him. Tons of slack. Rope almost on the backside of the ski there. Taking a huge hit. And knowing that I got to get a piece of 2. Totally out of position. Hips back, not shot. Connected. Just in, just launches. Knows that he can't even reach for the buoy, and then just disaster fall.
He wasn't actually a million miles away from getting a quarter there.
Incredible score.
Here we go, Will Asher, huge moment coming up here. All of Australia on the edge of their seats, all of Great Britain on the edge of their seats. This is going to come down to the wire, 10.75. Will Asher, round 1. Looks a reasonable start to me. The big 2 ball, of course, because he's so good on 2.46. Round 3, he's getting it done at the moment. Round 4, Will Asher, is he going for this title? He's in trouble on 5. Oh, he's missed it. And Australia have a gold medal, an absolute sensation. Joel Howley, the Aussie, has won the gold medal. Sensational stuff for Australia. Will Asher, unfortunately, is going to finish up with a bronze. And I thought he had it out of 4 ball, but I'm obviously wrong because he didn't look great going at a 5, and that is unbelievable stuff. Devastation for Great Britain, but wow, Australia. Magnificent stuff. For only the 2nd time in their history, Australia have a gold medal in men's slalom.
Hats off to Joel. That was just incredible.
I'm absolutely stoked, and thank you to everyone that's played even the smallest part in my career, and especially to Connolly. I got on Connolly early. They let me develop the ski in the direction that I wanted. Just recently we've gotten a lot more on the team. I really think there's big things in Connolly's future. I mean, we just got World Championships, 1 and 2, men and women. I mean, it's just...
That's true, that's true.
I mean,
that's
I'm just
incredible.
so amazed at what Connolly's done for me.
Comes a replay. Here's you trying to get to 2 ball. Pretty good shape there. Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, you
Should've
just
held on. What's going on?
Yeah, a little weak. What happened?
Jeez.
So how is the ankle, mate? It's
it's just the foot. It's not that sore, to be honest, but I can just feel something moving in there.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's generally not a good sign, but who really cares?
Ladies and gentlemen, to present the medals for men's slalom event, Asher representing Great Britain. Great Britain, also representing Great Britain.
beautiful too.
So far, so good. Another big warm round of applause. Well, that makes everyone chill and relax for now. Thank you.
Is it getting
Oh,
hot?
dude, he's done the shush again.
Yang berbahagia dari Dr. Aminuddin bin Hasim, President Perbankan.
I don't know why people say Aussies aren't classy. Like, that looks good, man.
I got a white dress on.
Here we go.
Yeah!